Good morning, happy Wednesday. So today the second graders have their big test. I got some extra desks brought in so that each of them can have a place to sit, and it's gonna be a good day. See you later. Hello again, it is lunchtime and I'm so tired. All we have done is test today, all the time. Ugh, we just got finished right before lunch. I'm not even kidding, like with 3 minutes to spare. Like I had just enough time to line the kids up, get them quiet in the line, and take them to lunch. I know they're fried too. I'm fried, so fried. That last section was a lot. I've got my kids to lunch and I'm heating mine up. I wasn't sure if I wanted to eat, but I think I do because I'm getting a headache. And this was a long morning. So we didn't have power hour today for second grade because we started our testing. One of the testing, they break it up really well in the testing. They're like, stop here and give the kids a break. Okay. So one time the break was that we went to specials. So we had PE, which was amazing. I mean, I was so blessed to have PE today because then they could run around and get some of the energy out. The next time we had a break was I gave them a restroom break. So we took a restroom and drinks break, and we'd had one after PE, but we had a little testing period, and then we took another break where we took a restroom and drink break and came back. And then another break, I took them out and let them walk around the building really quietly, and we walked through first grade and looked at their bulletin boards to see what they'd made, and then we went through kindergarten to see what the kindergartners had made, and the kids really enjoyed that. They're like, ooh, ooh. That was cool. And then our next break was lunch. Now we are done. So I haven't collected the test booklets yet because we didn't get a chance to go back and look through and make sure we filled in all of our circles the right way and everything. The other two sections we did, but section 3, which is the one we started last, we haven't had a chance to go check those. Pencils kept breaking, the erasers kept popping off. I'm like, test problems. So anyway, we're done. We survived. Oh, I'm really glad that's over. I was looking at some of the kids' faces and they were like, when I would read what they were supposed to do, they were like, woo, they've got it. They're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, good. Yay. That was encouraging. Yay. But yeah, some of them were pretty deep thoughts. You had to really pay attention and keep track of things. So that kind of made it hard for some of them. Yeah, there was a lot of thinking, a lot of listening involved, which after you've sat through a little bit of it, it kind of gets harder because you're tired. So I kind of wish we could have done that last section first. I wonder, because it was the longest one, and it was the one I think that took the most thought because they really had to think about it. It was like 2 and 3 step directions. And so they really had to keep track of what you said because none of it was in their book. Only the pictures were in the book. And so they were having to like eliminate things that didn't fit what you said and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they did because I think they were doing pretty well, but you never know until you get the results, do you? So one kid at the very beginning was like, this is kind of fun. I'm like, hey. After we took our break, he wasn't talking during the test because that would have driven me crazy. But no, he was good. He didn't talk during the test. So that's hard. It's hard for them to stay still and be quiet for like 20 minutes at a time. But we just kept muddling through. We did our best. And that's all I expected for them to do. Some of them were kind of like, I just don't know. I said, just make your best answer. That's all you can do is do your best answer and move on. So I know a few of them were just like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. And so I read it to them. But I couldn't tell them how to do it, of course, because it is a test. So there you go. Oh my goodness, my poor cat Pikachu. If you remember the saga of Pikachu, he had like a urinary blockage a couple months ago now. And he ended up having to go into the veterinary hospital with an emergency, and it cost like hundreds of dollars to treat him because they had to catheterize him and drain his bladder because it had swelled up so big they could feel it through his skin. So he was in bad shape. He could have died very easily. And the vet was like, I'm just going to be honest with you. Some cats do die from this. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I noticed recently, like yesterday, that when he would go to the litter box, he wasn't doing anything. You know what I mean? Like he would squat down like he was going to do something, and he just stayed there for a very long time and didn't really produce anything. So I made an appointment with the vet, but they didn't have any times where I could actually go because I have school and I cannot be gone right now. So there was nothing after school. They had like a 9:30 or something. I'm like, well, I can't do that. I mean, they do have like a drop-off service, but they don't open till 8. I said, what's the earliest I can bring him? 7:45. I said, I have to leave by 7 to get to my job. That doesn't work either. What can we do? Can I leave him the night before? And they said yes. So I need to drop him off tonight before they close at 5, which means I need to kind of skedaddle on out of here pretty quickly. And I'm supposed to have a staff meeting. I was like, dang it, I really didn't want to miss that. But if he doesn't get treated right away, he could die, because it's very common for them to have this recur. And I want to catch it before it gets as bad as it was last time, because we didn't know what to look for last time, but now we do. So I'm hoping that we caught this early enough and they can treat him with medication, and he might have to have a special food. But I certainly don't want him to be in that bad a shape again and then die because I didn't act quickly enough. That would make me feel horrible. So I have to scoot on out of here, get home, get him loaded up, and get him over to the vet before 5, which will be pushing it, but we can make it. They were like, when can you get here? I said, right before 5. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I do have a job and I can't leave early. So like I can't leave till 3:45. That's when our contract time is over. And then it takes, about half an hour to get to our house. And then it takes a little bit of time to get him loaded up. And then I have to take him to the vet. So it's going to take almost every bit of that time to get him there on time. So I emailed my administration and I apologized. And I said, I'm really sorry. I have this emergency and he has to go in tonight. And so I haven't heard anything back, but they are very understanding. So I'm sure they'll be okay. But if I could have just had my husband do it or something, that would have been great. But he has to leave at 7 as well because he works 30 minutes the other side of where we live. So, yeah. All right. I don't know if I mentioned that my computer died yesterday. I think I did. I got it back at the very end of the day. It was like, oh, my baby's back. So it's fixed. And now I want to back everything up because I hadn't been backing it up. And I didn't get it done last night because I was exhausted and felt like crud. So I need to do that tonight without fail. I did dump a lot of things out of my files, like video files and picture files that I didn't need anymore, because that takes a lot of storage space up. So I was wondering if maybe it was just a little overloaded with stuff. So I tried to get rid of things that I didn't actually need. So I think we're going to be doing good. Oh, I printed these out. These were a freebie on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I have the little party bubbles that I got for whatever class gets our testing encouragement things. So whenever my class gets back from recess, I am going to have them check their bubbles in their books real quick and then collect all the test books. I think I need to put them in alphabetical order too. So I'll probably call them over one at a time. So it's just, I'll call them in order. And then we can put away our offices, and then I can get the pencils, and they are going to color some encouraging pages for the kids that are testing for the state testing next week. Because all that needs to be turned in tomorrow. So that'll be what we do after recess today. And then we'll need to pack and get ready for the kindergarten music assembly, because that'll be at 2, but they'll call us before that to get seated. And then after that, there's not going to be much time before it's time to go. So they need to be ready to dismiss before we go to the assembly. So that's pretty much the rest of our day. So it's been testing and getting ready for encouraging other people for testing. I'm going to cut these out tonight and attach, maybe just leave it with the bubbles, and each kid will get a little page and a bubble thing. So I think that'll be good. I need to go get my kids from lunch so I can take them to recess so they can run around and be crazy. And it's been raining, so I'm not sure if it's going to be outside or if it's going to be in the gym. I'll have to check. I kind of feel like the gym is probably set up for the musical. We will find out. So I don't know if I'll get to talk to you later or not. So if not, I will say goodbye for here, because you know the rest of my day. And I didn't finish off my vlog yesterday because I went home and collapsed basically because I was exhausted. We had to run and do some errands at Walmart, and it was just a whole thing. So we got home and had supper, and that was basically the day. We got Pikachu to the vet in time. They're going to keep him overnight and then look at him tomorrow and call me with results of some tests they're going to do. So I hope he's okay. I'm really glad to be home. I have a splitting headache, so I'm looking forward to taking my makeup off and putting my pajamas on and stuff like that. But before I do, I thought I would show you my outfit because I totally forgot yesterday. Yesterday I was wearing an Old Navy, like a, I don't know what you call it, like an army green kind of a colored dress with a cream colored sweater over it. And I had jewelry that kind of matched. And I'm sure I'll wear it again. I'm sure I've worn it before, but it's been a while. So anyway, I thought I'd show you today's outfit. I wore a denim dress from Old Navy in observance of Denim Day. And I saw a post on Instagram today that said that Denim Day was started because of a rape case that was overturned because they said the victim had to have participated in it because she was wearing jeans. And I guess their thinking was it couldn't have happened if she didn't help take the jeans off. I thought that was just beyond ridiculous. That a case could be overturned because they thought, oh, you were wearing jeans, you had to have helped, you had to participated willingly. Seriously, like somebody couldn't punch you, knock you out, threaten you with a gun or a knife or something to get you to do something? I don't know. I was blown away by that. So I saw that post on Instagram today and I went, I'm changing what I'm wearing. I saw it at like 5 o'clock this morning and I went, oh, well, I'm going to get a denim dress and a denim headband and I'm going to be supporting that. So it's kind of in protest of that. So that's why I wore that today. So I decided to kind of do a peach accent with things. So I have this like peach jewelry from Cato. And then I've got my awesome Yod watch. And I have some just hodgepodge bracelets, I think from probably Maurice's. That. And just a little sparkly ring, probably from Walmart. And then this headband is from, I almost said Denim. This headband is from Old Navy as well. So it's just a denim shirt dress. And I've worn it before. But I normally wear leggings with it. And I thought, no, it's going to be warm enough today. I think I don't need leggings. Oh, and then I had silver shoes, and I'll show you those too. I forgot to show you that. Okay, here are my shoes. And these were from Route 21. Okay, so there's that. All right, so Pikachu Man is at the vet, and we are home, and I just fed the outside cats. The inside cats are chomping at the bit to be fed. I'm going to get myself in my pajamas. We are going to have chicken and mashed potatoes. They're like loaded mashed potatoes, but they're like in a packet. And some of the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. Oh my gosh, those are so good. Ugh. If you have not tried them, they carry them at Walmart and grocery stores. They are so incredibly delicious. Yum, 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 yum. So that's for supper tonight. You can see Soxy back there. Onyx is over here. And what are the other ones? I only have 2 more floating around. Mango's somewhere. I think she might be eating. And then Mittens. I don't know. She wandered. She was in here. I don't know. They just go everywhere. As cats do. They migrate. Okay. Ugh. I almost forgot that I have to be gone Monday for an appointment. So I need to start working on my sub plans. But I just don't know if I have the brain to do it. Thankfully, I did my newsletter 2 days ago. So that's done. And I have my lesson plans mostly done to the end of the year. A lot of it. Not every little section of each day is completely filled out. But like I have my writing is planned. And my reading mostly is planned. And my phonics and my vocabulary. My math is planned because you just follow Go Math. It's pretty simple to plan that. And we only have 2 weeks of Power Hour left. And I think we're going to start some like PBLs, kind of project-based learning type things for the last 2 weeks of Power Hour, where the students will get to choose which project they want to work on, which I think that's going to be really cool. I was talking to some of the second grade teachers a few days ago, and they said that the students last year loved them. So they will get to choose which one they want to work on. And then we can see how many teachers we need for each thing. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's going to be neat. I'm trying to think what else is coming up. Tomorrow is iReady math diagnostic testing. My kids are like, another test. I said, oh, but it's different. It's totally different than what we did today. I said, you guys are going to be great. You're used to this. You've done it before. It's kind of like your math lessons, but just a little more. So it's going to be okay. You're going to do great. But they're just kind of over testing. They're just tired. They were so tired today. Yeah. Oh, we went to the kindergarten music performance and it was so cute. They were little fish. They had little fish masks on. So cute. And they also did a little song that had something to do with a hoedown. It was all under the sea. So I guess they were doing like some kind of a fishy dance. I don't know. It was really cute. But they were so cute, little kindergartners. They did a good job. And then it was pretty much time for dismissal whenever we got back to our classroom. I gave the kids a restroom break that wanted one. And then basically I said, okay, grab your backpacks. It's time to line up. And then I had late buses, and then I took them to the buses, and I zipped out of there so we could pick up Pikachu and put him in the carrier and get him over to the vet and talk to them and fill out paperwork, yada, yada. And the rest I already told you. So here we are. Okay, after all of that, I'm going to actually go and just relax for the evening and maybe do a little more planning to kind of fill in some more of those holes in my lesson plans for the rest of the year, because we only have like 4 weeks of school left. It's very strange. Oh, and yesterday when Caitlin and I went to Walmart to go shopping, we also picked up a whole bunch of things for her to take when she moves to the 4-bedroom apartment that she will be living in for her internship. So we got her bedding, and what else did we get her? Some stuff for the bathroom, which she won't have her own bathroom yet, but she will later. And a raincoat that she needed to do her stuff, her internship stuff with, because she'll be outside doing gardening things. We need to find her some hiking boots and some jeans, some work jeans that she can get dirty in. And I feel like there was something else that we got, but I don't remember what it was. I don't know. But she's got most everything that she needs, so that's good. We have a couple more things to pick up, and she will be set. So it is quickly approaching. All right, on that happy note, I will see you next time. Good morning and happy Thursday. Woo! It is Friday Junior, and I'm excited because I'm really tired. It's been a big week already. We've had lots of testing, and it's, going to the end of the year, and the kids are getting chattier, and they're ready to be done, and we're ready to be done, but we have all these things we need to finish first, so we got to keep our cool, keep it together, keep learning. So today is iReady diagnostic math testing, and I've tried to pump my kids up because they were like, oh, I'm like, no, this is good because you can show all the stuff you've learned since the last time, because we've done so much more since then. So you're going to rock it. Just remember to take your time and choose the best answer, just like you always do. And so this is the one where they actually need the scrap paper so they can work out problems on the paper if they need to. So I need to remember to leave that out and have them get their pencil pouches or get pencils. I think I'll just get the testing pencils because honestly, I have not sharpened their pencils yet. They gave me their pouches yesterday and I never got a chance to sharpen them. So I'll be trying to do that this morning. Caitlin has a competition for floriculture, which is like plant ID and determining what's wrong with the plant by looking at it, like plant CSI. I've said that before. So she's out today and tomorrow for that. So she took the other car and has already left. My husband left super early for work because he woke up early, couldn't go back to sleep. He thought I might as well just go. So he got up and out of here really fast. So I'm the last melon here saying goodbye to the cats and making sure everything's locked up and turned off and ready to go. So I'm heading off to school. It should be a really good day. It's kind of foggy and gross outside, but it will probably shape up to be a pretty nice day later once the sun comes out and dries everything out. So hopefully my kids will have outside recess because they will want to get out and yell and run and scream because they're going to have to sit really quietly for their testing. But I think it's going to be good anyway. And trying to think if there's anything super different, exciting today. We have a fairly normal day except for the testing. So I think that's going to go well. I'll talk to you later. Oh, by the way, this is my new haircut. It's just basically a shorter version of what I had. So it's nothing real major different. I just thought I wanted to go a little shorter for summer and spring. So this is the first time anybody will have seen it because I've had a headband on. I had a hat on last week after I got a cut, and then Friday was no school, and I didn't see anybody over the weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I wore different headbands, so nobody's seen my hair yet. So this may be a little shock to some people. Okay, I will see you later. Good afternoon. It's like 4:45. I came back to town, and I got Pikachu from the vet. He has a urinary tract infection. So he had to get antibiotics, and he needs to be on special food now because he would have gotten a blockage if I hadn't taken him to the vet right away. So poor kid. So he's going to have to eat in a separate room, just like Onyx eats in a separate room. So now we have 2 cats with special food. Yay. But he's doing better. They gave him an injection that's a 14-day antibiotic, so I don't have to give him anything, which is good. So that'll be interesting to try to feed 2 cats in separate rooms, plus the rest of them in the other room. But we'll make it work somehow. The day was pretty good. The iReady math diagnostic takes a long time. So a huge chunk of our morning was spent doing that. And then I had some students that needed to finish after recess today. So while the rest of my class was doing their keyboarding, I had them finish their math. And then when they got finished with their math, they could do their keyboarding. So all but one of my students got to do their keyboarding today, which was good. Several of them passed their lessons. Yay, so they get to move on. Woo! That was nice. And then we did, oh gosh, we did a phonics lesson about miss and dis, so prefixes. We talked about prefixes and base words. And then I had late buses, and then I zoomed home and dropped by the vet's office and got Pikachu, and I fed the cats outside. I got everybody settled inside, and now I'm ready to just collapse because I'm tired. And tomorrow's Friday, and I'm really glad. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a very big week with everything going on, all the testing and all this stuff. So, so glad that this week is coming to a close because I'm ready to sleep a little bit. Anyway, I thought I'd show you my outfit real quick before I change and before I just go hibernate on the couch for a while. Caitlin is going to be at her floriculture competition till like 10 o'clock tonight because they're not terribly far away. They're like an hour away, but they're going to go out to eat and stuff like that. So she won't be home till later. I've been texting her periodically, so I'll get the scoop as soon as I check my texts again. But anyway, I'm wearing a V-neck t-shirt from Walmart and this little kimono thingy. Khaki pants here. And I have this cool necklace and earrings and bracelets. And I believe these were from Maurice's. This is from Old Navy. And what do I do with my shoes? Ah, they're my shoes. Because I always put slippers on whenever I go outside on the deck. I have my deck shoes. They're my little shoes that I wore today from Maurice's. They're getting kind of on the old side, so they may not hold on much longer. But I like them because they're beaded and they're cute and they have lots of cute colors. And they match the colors in my kimono. So, well, that was cool. Alrighty, I'm going to go take off my makeup and change into my pajamas and heat up the coffee that I didn't drink this morning. I drank some of it, but not most of it. And get some water and just chill on the couch for a while until my husband comes home. We can have some supper. And then at bedtime, Caitlin will be home and we can see how her day went. So I hope your day was fabulous and I will see you next time. Good morning. Happy Friday. It is really kind of chilly today. It's only 50. So I'm headed to school. And Caitlin does not actually have her competition today. She gets out way earlier than me, so we're taking separate cars again. Today should be good. I'm going to do a couple different math lessons today so we can get kicked off in chapter 10, which is data and graphing. And we're going to do a dictionary detectives thing because one of our standards is for them to be able to use a dictionary. And we have Friday Fun Club today. And we'll have our PLC meeting after school. And I still have late buses, but next week my team teacher next door has them because we trade off every week. So everything is going to be just kind of normal today. And I think it's going to be good. I woke up feeling really cruddy, but I took some medicine and that helped a lot. I took some sinus medicine and some Tylenol and that did a lot for me. And then I just kind of laid in bed for a while because it was super early when I woke up, so I had time to do that. I've had a little bit of coffee and I'm ready to go. So I think it's going to be a good Friday. See you later. Whew. Oh my goodness. It's lunchtime and I'm heating this and I don't know if I'll get a chance to eat it till the end of the day, but we'll see if I can get a couple bites in me. It's been a day. Oh my gosh. I've just been running around like a loony bird today. So I have to be gone at least part of Monday. I'm not sure how long my appointment will take, but I've taken the whole day off. And if I get finished early enough, I'll come back and do some work with our instructional coach. I'm having to get my sub plans together for that and the materials that go with that. I've got part of them done, but not all of them. So I may have to stay after school today to finish it all because I'm not coming in over the weekend to do it. That would be silly. It's just been wackadoodle today. So what did we do? We finished the birthday book for our birthday kid. We went to specials, which was art. And then we came back and we did 2 math lessons because they were short and they were introductory graphing. Like we did one about tally charts and we did one about pictographs, and they got to do surveys, which is one of my favorite things and one of their favorite things because they get up and talk to each other. So we did those 2 lessons, and then we did a dictionary activity where they had to look up, there are 5 different words, and I showed them how to use the dictionary. I showed them what all the little things after the word mean, like it has the phonetic way of saying it, and then it has what kind of part of speech it is, and then it has definition 1 or 2 or 3 or however many there are of that. Yes, we did all 5 words. One of them we didn't quite finish before recess, so I took them to recess. We came back and we finished the last word. Then they did Friday Fun Club for those that were finished with everything. And one of my students was gone yesterday during our iReady math testing, so they finished that during the time. Now they're at lunch. When they come back, they will pack. I've already put their newsletters in their cubbies. They have their little dictionary paper thing that we did. It's in their little booklet. That's all they'll need to pack for that. And then we will have our awesome reading teacher come and do a co-teaching lesson about opinion writing, and we're going to be using the book Dear Mr. Blueberry. And so I don't think I printed out the letters that they need for that, because they're going to put themselves in the place of either Emily or Mr. Blueberry, the teacher or the student. Because if you've never read the book, there is a student, and it's during the summer, and she believes that there is a fish. She believes there is a whale living in the pond outside her house. And she's riding back and forth with Mr. Blueberry. And of course he's saying, well, whales can't really live in a pond. It's too small. He's giving all the reasons why that can't happen. And she's giving all the reasons why she thinks it is happening. So it's really interesting. And I think it'll be fun for the kids. And the co-teacher and I are going to go back and forth like we did for the I Want to Iguana. So I think that's going to be super fun, because she has the book and I have the book. So we'll be taking turns reading the parts of Emily and Mr. Blueberry. So that's going to be really exciting. So I think that'll be super fun, a nice way to end our day, and another practice on opinion writing, because that's our big writing genre for this quarter. That's our skill. So they haven't gotten to do their big one yet. We've been doing little sections of it as we've gone along to give them lots and lots of practice in stating their opinion, showing their reasons, and having a conclusion, because that's what is expected. We haven't edited or anything like that. I just wanted them to get the information on the paper, the format down, and then we can go back and edit whenever they do their real paper, which is coming up next week. So yay, super fun. There's my lunch. Then I have late buses today. Then after late buses, we have our PLC meeting and our grade level meeting. And then it's time to go home. And then I can collapse because we're all super tired today. There are lots of visitors in our building going in and out all day today, because we had an appreciation breakfast for all of the volunteers that come and spend their time with us, helping our students succeed, which is awesome. We have so many. So it's really great that we get to do that. And then this afternoon, the kindergartners have their grandparent performance. So we have all kinds of neat family visitors coming in, waiting to see their little kindergartner perform under the sea. So that's really cool too. But it's just kind of a madhouse. There's just like people all over the place. It just feels very today. But Fridays kind of feel like that anyway, because it's a compacted day, because we get out an hour earlier. It's our early release day for teacher meetings. So it just always feels really rushed. And I'm trying not to be that way with my class, but I'm sure I'm feeling like I'm feeling a little frazzled, and I'm sure I'm probably giving off that energy to my class. So I'm consciously trying to talk slower, kind of like this, because they'll get all in a frenzy too, and we don't need a whole class of people in a frenzy. That will not be good for anyone. So I'm trying to be calm and cool and collected. I've already kind of told them what we're going to do for the rest of the day, and they're good. They're excited. So I've had students buy coupons with their bond bucks. Unfortunately, not very many bond bucks were given out today. So not a lot of people bought coupons, but we had a couple of sweet treat coupons bought, and we had another, a read to us. So that student gets to choose the read aloud that I do. So they can choose a picture book for me to read, which would be awesome because they love stories. All right, I'm going to try to eat something, and then I'm going to deliver these passes to the teachers that need them. I'm going to try to use the restroom and pick up my students to end the day. So I'll probably catch you later on the way home, because I won't really have time to talk until then. So I'll see you then. Hi, it is 4:25, and I'm just working on finalizing my sub plans for Monday, making sure I've got all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. I want to make sure I have everything spelled out. We're starting a project in Power Hour, and we're doing a tessellated or something dodecahedron. Here is what the pages look like. They're going to make bajillions of these and they're going to make a pattern on each one with crayons. So they're going to design each little piece, and they'll do several pages of these, and then at the end they'll fold them all up and put them together into this really cool thing. So my daughter made something like that in like 7th grade or something. It took a long time. So we've got 2 weeks to do this. Hopefully we can get it done. So that's for Monday. Just get started. They'll just be designing them. And then something I need to turn into the instructional coach. I forgot to do it earlier. Thankfully, I've already had my basic framework of plans done for a little while for the rest of the year. So I had an idea of what I was going to already do. So I'm just having to put it in the guest teacher format. And I decided I was going to break out this Hostess cupcake that I got from a student for birthday like a couple weeks ago. For their word work and reading workshop time. They're going to be working on the Bossy R this coming week. So we're going to start with, they're not in any specific order, but we're going to work on the Bossy IR. So they're going to have to cut and paste real IR words. They are going to find all the IR words. I'll do this one first and then that one. And then they're going to make this little bird, this word bird. And what they do is, I did the easy option where here are the wings, here's the body, here are the feet. So on the word bird, they're going to write IR words. And they can use the ones off this page. So they'll do that, and then they'll cut them out and put them together, and we're going to keep these and put them on our wall. And then we'll have a whole wall display of all the Bossy R sounds. So that's going to be cool. I told them they would get to do like a little word like project thing while I was gone. So they're excited about that. I probably should put little directions with this so she knows to start with this and work her way up. And I have an example one. I just need to find it. I think I see it. Let me get it. Okay, so I've done these before, and I have like a whole packet of, here's my OR. I did alligator one year. We're going to do popcorn. So I've got that one. I've got an ER butterfly. And I did this around the same time last year. So I did AR for Star Wars, and we did R2D2. Yes, I think there's another one too. Okay, I've also got, I'm not sure where he came from, ARR pirate, and there's something that goes with that. Here's the UR turtle. And here's the R words, matey. So this might be the one we do for AR. I'll be here for that one. And this is the day we're going to start maps too, because I thought that would be kind of fun to tie in the pirate thing with the maps thing. So anyway, yes, I saved my projects, because why reinvent the wheel when you're going to do it again? So not sure why the turtle thing came apart, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll put my word bird example with the one. It'll be different colors, but that's okay. That'll show them what they need to do. I felt so frazzled part of today because I was thinking of all these things I need to do. So I need to get my data collected and copied, which wasn't a big deal. It just none of it was a big deal. It's just different things, little things, lots of little things. I had to get that copied for our instructional coach. She's collecting the data that we collected for our next literacy meeting. And then I was thinking about my sub-plans. And of course I had to think about what I was doing today. And I had forgotten to print those darn letters for, what was it called? Dear Mr. Blueberry. And I was wrong. They don't get to pick who they write to. They're just writing to Emily. They're in kind of the place of Mr. Blueberry, and they're writing back to Emily, telling her why that could be a whale in her pond. And they had facts to go by, so they could use those as reasons. So they did a pretty good job with that. They were a little confused at first, but once we get started on it, and I screenshot the pages and I put them up on the board, and I started writing the letter, how it should look, and they're like, oh, okay. And then it was no big deal. But I think all of us were just really tired. We had 2 major tests this week, and it's just been, the weather's been wackadoo. It's been like rainy and weird, and I think we're all just tired. So Friday afternoon was just kind of, we were all kind of like lagging, I think. It was the problem. But the lesson itself was really fun because, like I had said earlier, whenever the reading teacher and I did the last lesson for opinion writing, we did I Want Iguana, and we each took the role of one of the people. So she was the mom and I was the kid. And it was really fun because we read each other's, we read the letters that we wrote to each other, yes, in the character. And so we did the same thing with Dear Mr. Blueberry, and that was really, really fun. And so I don't know, I have a theater background. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I do have a theater minor. So that kind of let me put that little part of myself in there, and I got to kind of pretend I was Emily when I was reading the letter. And I think the kids really enjoyed it. They were just mesmerized. I didn't really get to look at them too much because I was concentrating on what I was doing, but whenever the reading teacher would read her part, I would kind of look at the kids, and they were just all like, They loved it. They absolutely loved it. And they didn't really make any noise or talk at all, which was amazing. It was so cool. So I told them that they would get to do this little, I didn't tell them what it was, but I did tell them we were going to be starting on Bossy R. And if you're in my class last year, you might remember some things that we made to go with Bossy R, maybe. And we even talked about some of the things that we did, but I didn't show anything. And most of the kids were not in here last year, so they were just like, okay, whatever. They didn't know what I was talking about. But I said, I think you'll enjoy it. It'll be something different, and it'll be something kind of fun, and something you can make and create, and we'll put them up around the room. So I need to make sure that I put on here, do not send these home. Please don't send these home. Have them collected, because I want to see them. Just have them turn everything in. I may just tell her that. Anything they do, just turn it in. Have them turn it in. And I'll give her a basket to put them in, so she can collect them all for me, because then she won't have to think, was I supposed to keep this? Was I supposed to send it home? Then I can go through it when I come in on Tuesday, and I can just send stuff home with them. If you were wondering where I keep all this amazing stuff, it's not anything big. I just have a basket, and I just file it in there. So it's just like project samples, because who wants to make one of those every year? I was doing that for a few years, and I'm like, didn't I do this last year? Why did I throw that away? That was dumb. And especially when it's something that you've made yourself, like you've created it, and you can't just like print it off again because you didn't make it on the computer, you just hand drew it. Why would you want to do that again? Goofball. So make life easier for yourself and save, like, you don't have to save the papers, but like save this. That's not going to take up any space at all, right? Not any space at all. Okay. Oh, my little birdie foot was trying to get folded over. Don't hurt the birdie. Okay. I'm very tired, as you can tell. And last night, it's like all of a sudden I got a cold. I was fine when I got home. And by the time it was time for bed, I was like, my head was clogged and I felt like crud. And I was coughing and my ears clogged up now and just a hot mess. So I'm going to make it though. We did not get to do recycle that gum this week. So I'm just going to have them do it tomorrow. No. How about Monday? Have them do it Monday. Yeah. Because I don't think anybody's coming tomorrow. Except for we do have a special Ninja Warriors like fun run thing, which will be super cool. And I think a lot of my kids are going to do that. It's supposed to rain, so it might be a mud run. Yeah. But anyway. Okay, I'm going to have to get back to work so I can get out of here today. It's 4:30 and I would like to be out of here by 5. That's my goal. So Cupcake and I are going to spend some quality time together until it's gone. And I'm going to get my sub-plans finished and get all my papers put together and grab a basket to put the finished work in and get out of here. Hi, it's a little after 6 and I'm finally leaving. I'm really tired. I'm so glad to go home. So part of the time I was talking to one of my teammates about some things, and part of the time I was getting my crud together so I could go home. So we're going to have pizza and breadsticks. I'm going to put on my pajamas and watch some Netflix and probably fall asleep on the couch, which sometimes really sounds like the best evening ever. Okay, I'm such a dork. I tried to leave a message for my husband, but I was mumbling incoherently, I think. I called him back and I said, I just left you a message. Don't even bother listening to it because I don't know that I made any sense. So he's going to be on his way to pick up our pizza for tonight, right? And so I went, oh, yeah, I need pizza boxes for my pizza fractions thing. So I called him and I said, hey, when you go pick up the pizza, would you ask them if they would be willing to give you 8 small pizza boxes for your wife, who is a 2nd grade teacher that's going to be doing some math lessons on fractions? So I made sense when I talked to him, but oh my gosh, the message I left him, I don't even know what it would sound like. I'm sure it was stupid. So I said, if you want to laugh, listen to the message I left you, but otherwise you might want to erase it because I sound like an idiot. But I'm just like, what am I trying to say? Why is this so hard for me? You ever do that? You leave a message and you go, oh my gosh, can I just like unmake that message? That was really dumb. Anyway, such is life, right? Okay, so we'll see if he can get some pizza boxes. We're getting our pizzas from Casey's. We order from them every single Friday, sometimes on Saturday too. So I'm thinking they will probably donate them to us, but I told him if they charged a little bit for them, that was fine, but I would leave it up to him. So I'm pretty sure they'll probably give them to us, and they'll get free advertising, and I'll thank them profusely and put their name in our newsletter to advertise for them, thanking them for the pizza boxes for our lovely fractions thing. But I just feel like a dork. Just thought I'd share that with you because that's just me. And I'm just being real with you. Okay. I'm going home now. So hopefully things go better. See you next time.